This is a stimulus and stimulus check update. So on a daily basis, I'm letting you know which states are giving out the most current and recent stimulus checks with the $350 billion that has been distributed to all 50 states. There's no federal stimulus check at the moment, but a lot of these states have used the $350 billion to give out stimulus checks or other stimulus programs. And a lot of you have asked, what about your state? So in this video, I'm going to answer that question, go through all 50 states. Some states have used the stimulus money for stimulus checks. Others have used it to build prisons. So in this video, I'm going to answer that question and go through every single state and how they use that stimulus money. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday and hope you had a terrific Thanksgiving. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below, and I'm announcing the winners for the $200 checks that I'm giving to my subscribers later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's get into this article right here. So fourth stimulus check update, checks and financial support on offer in these states. So I came across this article. It actually goes through all 50 states that are giving how they're using their stimulus money. Some are with stimulus checks, stimulus programs. Others are used to maybe build hospitals, things like that. So I'm going to go through every single state. So if you weren't aware, there was $350 billion that was distributed in the American Rescue Plan, which was the last big third stimulus check package. So states and cities scrambled to spend $350 billion. How did they spend it? Not every state was giving out stimulus checks. So I'm going to go through this article, let you know how your state, as well as all the other states in the country, have spent their stimulus money. We're doing this in alphabetical order. So first state up, Alabama. What did they do? So Governor Kay Ivey has signed into law numerous bills that would pave the way for the state to start construction of new prisons using federal aid money. So rather than stimulus checks, looks like Alabama is building prisons with the federal aid money. Alaska, what are they doing? So what they did is it's entirely within our capacity to help residents manage their bills with a supplemental PFD, which is permanent fund dividend of $1,236. So that's what's going out to Alaskans to help out with winter heating bills. For Arizona, so the state's Back to Work program is offering a one-off $1,000 payment for unemployed persons who accepted part-time work, $2,000 for any unemployed persons who takes on full-time work. Also, I forgot to mention one thing about this. It doesn't go into the cities and counties. So if you have a city or county that is giving out stimulus checks or has other stimulus programs, it won't be mentioned. This is just on the statewide level. So I would recommend looking up your city or county and see if there's any other stimulus programs that could help you out. Because the other day I mentioned how this one city in Florida is giving out $50 stimulus checks. Arkansas is providing Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is SNAP initiative, which offers support to low-income families when it's buying food. So they had an increased SNAP program in Arkansas. No stimulus checks there though. California, I think we all know about the California Golden State stimulus check, the second round, giving out $600 checks as well as $500 for dependents, coming out to $1,100 checks there. When it comes to Colorado, increased the cash assistance for kids, child care assistance, employment assistance, energy assistance, and food assistance. So put money into those programs. Connecticut has a back to work plan, which involved the provision of $1,000 check to eligible applicants who got back to workforce after 8 weeks off of unemployment. Delaware, so Delawareans aren't receiving stimulus checks this November, but the state has spent $50 million of federal stimulus money on job training for unemployed people and students, deciding that getting back to work is the best for economic stimulus. Florida, there were a few different stimulus check programs, one of them being a $1,000 payment, which is going to certain employees, first responders, teachers, people who worked there as well, worked at the schools as well. Yeah, so that was going on in Florida. Georgia, another state that helped educators, so they gave full-time teachers and administrators $1,000 checks, and then part-time workers got $500 checks. Hawaii, so they sought to offer $2,200 to teachers, yet it was vetoed by the governor, David Ige, I think that's how you pronounce his name. So there were going to be $2,200 checks for teachers there, but nothing was there for that. Then Idaho, received a one-time tax refund of $50. Illinois, so they have a $200 check in the works right now for anyone making less than $75,000 as an individual. You get $400 if you are a couple. All right, so a few of these states aren't going to really share much about the stimulus money. So Indiana stimulus, nothing really going on there. They had the federal unemployment. Iowa stimulus, nothing there. Kansas stimulus, nothing there. What they wanted to do was give out stimulus checks. That didn't go through. Kentucky stimulus, nothing there. Not really talking about any stimulus programs here. Louisiana did have sort of a stimulus program. So what they did is the Red Cross has worked to get emergency financial assistance to residents whose homes were severely impacted by Hurricane Ida. They got one-time payments of $500. So what you're going to see here is a lot of the Republican states not really having much of stimulus. Maine, what they did is they got the $285 checks for anybody who worked during the pandemic. That was distributed November 15th. Maryland was one of the most generous states, according to this article. What they did is they gave out a one-time stimulus check between $300 for individuals, $500 for families. Massachusetts, no stimulus payment here. Michigan, so the state sent $500 hazard pay bonuses to their teachers, but there was a controversy as lawmakers also used the coronavirus funds to pay themselves these hazard pay bonuses, which they had to return. So I guess lawmakers paid themselves $500 as well. And then it got returned. Minnesota, it has just been reported that Minnesota, the state didn't actually lose any tax money during the coronavirus pandemic. This means there is a huge surplus and the state legislators are working out what they want to spend on. So no stimulus check there. Mississippi, they had unemployment benefits checks and yeah, so nothing in Mississippi. Missouri, this was another state that left the federal unemployment program. Not talking about stimulus programs there. Montana, what did they? Instead of using it for coronavirus funding for local infrastructure projects, including they did 86 water and sewer projects around the state. So that's how they used their stimulus money. Nebraska had an unemployment rate of 2.2%. So they didn't have any stimulus checks or not sharing any stimulus programs there. All right, then we have Nevada. Basically, it's just mentioning child tax credits, but child tax credits were for everybody. Not mentioning anything with Nevada. It's saying that they did really well during the pandemic, so they didn't have any stimulus programs. New Hampshire stimulus. So New Hampshire families received $1,086 per month. I guess through a grant for any American family or for any family that had 3 kids and no income, which is very targeted there in New Hampshire. So New Jersey had a $500 stimulus. Then we have New Mexico. They got $750 stimulus there, which I think, yeah, that was distributed in October. Then we have the New York stimulus. So basically they put more money into the SNAP program. And then they put $2.1 billion for undocumented workers who were unable to claim financial aid via the federal stimulus. And the state will distribute $100 million to workers in tourism-related jobs that have disappeared starting this November. So that's how they use their stimulus money. North Carolina, I believe it doesn't say it here, but I think they had a $300 student stimulus program where any students in North Carolina whose parents were at a certain economic level, they got $300 there. North Dakota, what they did is they used its American Rescue Plan funds to support kindergarten through 12 schools and students with $100 million allocated to state in this area. Some payments took time to come through, so I guess they gave $101 million for K through 12 schools. Ohio, no news here, no stimulus funds here, at least in this article, but I know recently the 5,000 Ohioans are getting retroactive stimulus checks through the PUA program. Oklahoma, what they had is a one-time payment of $1,200 who got off unemployment benefits and got back to work. So that was a back to work program. Oregon, what they had, no stimulus updates here. And then Pennsylvania, no stimulus news here, but they had $7 billion in unspent federal funds, which caused anger. I guess they wanted them to be out more. Rhode Island, no stimulus there. South Carolina, I know it had a few different programs. What it's saying here, $8.8 billion was allocated to South Carolina. They use it towards education. And what it said here, we've got a lot of money we can use, and we're in a great position to make some big steps, some transformative steps. South Dakota, no stimulus there. Tennessee, yeah, they had something. I know they had hazard pay going on in Tennessee, and full-time teachers got $1,000 and part-time teachers $500. Yeah, so those checks should arrive in November or December of this year. So Texas, I don't think much went on in Texas. So what they did is nothing statewide, but it's saying in Fort Worth and Arlington will increase the pay of district employees by 4%. And increase Denton employees, or Denton employees will get a bonus of $500. So those are just smaller towns and counties, cities and counties. Utah stimulus, so it looks like something here. Utah households received the most valuable stimulus checks in the third round of checks. They got an average of $2,784. Vermont stimulus, so no stimulus, but new workers who relocate to Vermont get $7,500 in moving expenses if they move between July 1st and February of 2022. Let's see, Virginia, no statewide stimulus check plans there. Washington State, no stimulus check programs there, at least in this. I know there were a few counties and stuff that had things going on. West Virginia stimulus, that is Joe Manchin's territory. Looks like no stimulus there. The state government is focusing on helping residents in serious need through emergency housing vouchers. Wisconsin stimulus, yeah, they have an emergency assistance program that's giving a one-off payment. Don't know if it says how much. Yeah, and I think that's it. That's all the states. So I know most of them, really nothing going on, at least according to this article. But I just wanted to let you know what was going on with all of those states and stimulus and what's happening. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that answered the question. Even if there was no stimulus in your state, at least you know that there was no stimulus in case you missed it. All right, now I'm going to announce the winners of the $200 checks. So I'm just sending out $200 checks to your physical address if you won. There's no apps, no gift cards, nothing like that. You just take this check, use it however you want. If you did win, I have my contact information down in the description below. And if you don't win, I'm going to do another one of these in a month. I really like giving out money. I like supporting everybody in the Wise Flies community. And thank you for your support, for making all this possible and supporting the channel and allowing me to deliver the news to you, as I'm just a messenger. I know there's a lot of craziness going on, but I just want to share with you the truth from a non-filtered version. There's no spin, so no Republican or Democrat spin on it. I just like delivering the news. Anyways, let's get into the winners here. So it was this video right here. So I'm going to pick the winners at random. So what you had to do was, let's go to pick a winner. What you had to do is just write the word hopeful, what you were hopeful for. So just wanted to bring a little more positivity to things going on. In the past, I've done thankful and grateful, and just wanted to have people share what they're hopeful for. There is a lot to be hopeful for as well. So first winner right here, Denise Williams Irvin, hopeful. I'm hopeful that we can come together as a nation to overcome all obstacles. Great way to put it. Congrats on winning, Denise. And the next winner is Danny Brown. I listen to you every day and I'm hopeful that I can have a place to live right now. I have a mailing address, but I'm staying in my car. So sorry for your situation, Danny. I hope that this $200 can help you get on your feet and try to find a place to live. So sorry for your situation, but congrats on winning. Next winner is David Poole. I'm hopeful this pandemic will end for everyone to enjoy a better, healthy life. Yeah, well said. I think everyone is sick of the pandemic and everything else that comes with it. It's just really annoying, a big bother in everyone's lives. But yeah, I'm hopeful that it ends as well. Congrats on winning. The next winner is Mary Muniz. I am so hopeful for life and for my family and loved ones, and God kept each and every one of us, and grateful for still working as a part-time worker with my condition. Well, congrats to you, Mary, and you have a lot to be hopeful for. Glad that everyone with you and your family is doing well. Yeah, congrats to you on winning. And those are all the winners. As I mentioned before, contact information down in the description below. I will have to verify a few things before I send those checks, but for everyone else, I'm going to do another one of these next month, and I appreciate you watching so much. Thank you so much for all of your support with the channel. Couldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you, so I really am thankful for that. To hopefully brighten your day a bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Belle. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing that you should do. When a flower's already dead, don't water the dead flower. That means that when you have a friend and they don't want to be with your relationship, then find a new friend. I know it's hard, but you have to. Then you'll learn from them. So I got a friend, and they didn't want to be with me. So I couldn't help it, but I had to find a new friend better. So I did. So that's all I wanted to tell you for today. Bye, Isabella.
Thank you so much for watching. So my wife got back from her 24-hour shift this morning, and we are kind of resting and stuff. She's watching the kids, and we are going to go to a family member's house soon and spend Thanksgiving tomorrow. So tomorrow, Saturday, is actually going to be our Thanksgiving because my wife Christine is a nurse. She worked a 24-hour shift, sometimes has to work holidays and long shifts like that on a weekly basis, not 24 hours every day, but once a week she does. But yeah, hopefully you have a great and safe weekend. And yeah, if you want to check out any of my other videos, you can click up here, down here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.